Hello guys, welcome back to another tutorial of Python. It's me Uday Shankar. Today we are going to learn about importing of Python classes. So let's jump into the studio, and same like in my previous video tutorial, I have my employee class here, and it has two different class level variable and some methods, and some variables are also assigned here. And in Python, when you work with live project, you may have to create multiple different classes, right? You can't create all these classes in one file as well. So you will get situation to use multiple different Python files when you work with live project. And when you execute this code, this main file will execute first. And the same like the main file, you can create multiple different files like this. For creating a file, you can right click on your project and select new and click on Python file and give it a name employee and double click on this menu, and this will quickly create a file for you. And you can copy, I'm going to copy all these content from here and paste it here. So now if I run my main file, there is nothing in it and it's not going to execute. And this employee file, I'm going to add a print function SAM. If I execute it now, you can see it is not going to, it's not printing this SAM, right? That is because this main file is the only thing which like execute when you run this code, and this class and the print function is in a separate file called employee, and this employee file is not in the picture now. So how you can execute this employee class from this main file? That's what we are going to learn today. And to do that, it's very simple. Just write from employee, this is the class name, import star. So once I do this, if you run, you can see it is printing SAM, because SAM is inside the employee class, and using this, not in the employee class, it is in the employee file, and using this from employee import star, I am reading all the content from this file and executing it. That's why this print got executed. Alright, so now let's see how you can create an instance of the class. So I'm going to remove this one, and if you run write employee and employee the class name, and then I'm passing Alex and 25 the age. If you run it, it will throw an error because employee is not defined. That's true, right? Because in the main file there is no employee related reference exist, and this employee class is completely unknown for this main file. So for this, same like what I did before, you can just write import from employee import star. If I do this, then you don't get this error and the SAM will be printed. And I'm going to remove this SAM because SAM is just for testing purpose. And now if you run it, it's not going to do anything because in this employee file there is no print function exists inside the constructor, and the only print function exists is inside the get detail. So I'm going to call this get detail from here. So when I do this, it's executing and returning Alex here using this print function. And this is how you can use other classes in different files. Alright, so I hope you understood this, and it's very simple to use a class from a different file. Just write from employee import star. So this will execute the code, and it will bring the employee class related reference into this main file. And when you run this project, this main file is the one which will execute first. So keep in mind, so if you have to create a class in a separate file, this is how you should do it. If you have to create one more class, you can do the same thing. What file and utilities oh sorry, not new file, just selected new file I believe. Okay, Python file, and double click, and it will create a new file, and you can add a new class also in it like this. I'm going here and changing this to utilities. Alright, this is all for this tutorial guys, and let's see you in the upcoming video tutorial. Thank you guys for watching.